Today, we're diving into a topic that hits deep: trauma bonds and why they feel like soulmate connections, but they're actually toxic traps that are dressed as love and divine destiny. Have you ever felt addicted to someone who hurts you, someone who promises you the world, and you think that there is going to be some sort of future, and only to find out that this all collapses? And after the ending of this relationship, you literally cannot forget them. You cannot let go of them. Sound familiar? Then this video is for you. Hello, my friends, and welcome back. I hope that you're all doing really well. So today we're talking about these toxic traps. And I know that so many of you have actually experienced this. I know this because of the comments that you write, the live streams that I do. Like, so many of you talk about this. And it is one of the most confusing and one of the most intense connections that you can feel towards someone. And I feel where the warning sign here is at the end of this relationship where the two of you have kind of split and you're not together anymore. You might not even be talking, but all you can do is think about this person, and all you want to do is talk to this person, because you know that when you talk to this person and this person calms your nervous system, your anxiety, the depression that you're feeling, everything is going to be okay. But then there's the counteracting thought that they are the ones that have caused this in the first place. So how can the two go together? And this polarization is what is really confusing. And this is what I really want to talk about, to help you to understand exactly what is going on and why this felt like a soulmate connection. And what I don't want you to think is that, oh, you've made a mistake by thinking that they are a soulmate, that your feelings were not valid in this, that your feelings have made a mistake. They haven't. They really haven't. But this is what happens in these types of connections. And what you have to understand is that you were tricked. Bottom line, you were tricked. So I think at this part, it is important to understand what a trauma bond actually is. A trauma bond happens when you are emotionally and spiritually attached to someone who is inconsistent, controlling, or manipulative. The highs and lows create this intense, powerful connection, and it's like a chemical roller coaster in your brain. Cycle of love bombing followed by devaluation and discard. This is what gels you together with that person, because when you get to know this person right at the beginning, they're love bombing you. They're telling you everything you want to hear. And it feels like love. It actually feels like love. And in your mind, you're like, oh my God, this is amazing. This person sees me. This person loves me. This person makes me feel so good, and I feel complete. And you actually believe that this person feels the same way that you do about them. But the thing is, slowly, and after a period of time, this completely turns and they become distant, they withdraw, they start saying nasty things to you. But at the time, you're like, you make excuses because it's quite hurtful and quite confusing. You don't necessarily believe that this is happening because you think, oh, okay, like maybe something's going on for them. Maybe they are not feeling great. So I need to have compassion and understanding for this person. And actually what this is causing is emotional dependency. And your nervous system is holding on for dear life, convinced that this person is meant to be in your life, when in truth, they're the source of the storm. You might think that I've never felt this kind of intensity before. We have such a deep connection. This must be spiritual. They understand me in a way that nobody else does. That's not a soulmate. That's survival. And I know that's, for some of you, that can be really challenging. And I know this because of even with my own client work, where people have said that this is exactly what they have felt, this intensity, this connection, that they felt so drawn to this person. Sure, we can convince ourselves where we do not see the warning signs that perhaps maybe it is a spiritual connection. And you know what? What I will say, in some cases, yes, it is, particularly twin flame, where this connection can feel like this. But this is where you have to use your discernment. And sometimes when we're in survival mode, our discernment, well, we can't, because what we're looking for is a temporary relief. And if we tell ourselves, oh, okay, this person is our soulmate, then we kind of like pacify it for ourselves to think, okay, well, this person doesn't really mean it in that way. They are my soulmate. They wouldn't do anything to hurt me. But what we have to remember here is we've got to look at the behavior, how this person is treating you. A soulmate, a twin flame, You know what? Someone who loves you, who genuinely cares about you, and this is what you got to look out for, would not do this to you, would not put you in a position to lose you. And that is the thing, my friends. Even if it is a soulmate, even if it is a twin flame, and you identify with those labels, you know what? No one should be treating you like this. So even if they are, you need to be able to step away and see this for what it is, because what are you going to do? What's the alternative? You're going to allow this abuse? You're going to keep having this abuse happen to you? That isn't love. That isn't kindness. That isn't compassion. You wouldn't do that to another person. So why are you allowing someone else to do that to you? So why does it feel like a soulmate? So this is where it gets tricky. Most probably you have experienced trauma in your childhood, and your nervous system learns to equate unpredictability with love. And I did a live stream all about it. I'm going to link it here. And this is exactly what I talk about in this live stream. So when someone shows up with chaotic behavior, it might feel familiar, predictable, even comforting, because this is what you have known. This is what you have been used to since a child. So the unpredictability feels familiar to you. It's not because it's healthy, it's because it mirrors your earliest emotional blueprint. And that's the sad thing about this, my friends. The magnetic pull. That's not destiny. That's unhealed wounds looking for resolution. You feel seen at the beginning. They mirror you, reflect your dreams, give you the highs that feel euphoric, that feel like no one else has been ever able to give that to you, but then they disappear. I mean, what's that all about? Or they criticize you or they play games. No, this isn't right. Because you've experienced these highs and lows with this person, what happens is like your emotions, your brain keeps chasing them. You keep chasing those highs because they're given to you. You get used to it and then they're taken away. And that is the issue. That is the issue with this whole connection. And what it does is it keeps you stuck in this cycle, drains your energy and your self-worth, and it also affects the way that you think about yourself and what your value is. This is all about your self-worth and your identity. So, signs that you are in a trauma bond. You constantly obsess over them. Like you cannot get this person off your mind. Regardless of what they've done, you know that what they have done has been really bad, has been like literally abusive, but you still obsess over them. You wait for their validation. It's basically like a hit of dopamine. You physically feel sick or anxious when they pull away. You keep justifying their behaviors to others. You feel stuck. So you feel like by leaving, that will literally destroy you. Do any of these sound familiar to you? If you're nodding right now, please know that you're not crazy. I've got you, okay? You're not weak. You're basically stuck in a trauma bond. Okay, so let's compare soulmates, trauma bonds. And I think like this is the only way that we can kind of understand just what the hell is going on here. So the trauma bond is intense, chaotic, and full on. It's rooted in survival of fear of abandonment, conditional, and it's really manipulative. And above all, it's emotionally exhausting. A soulmate is aligned or a healthy connection. So what that feels like: grounded, consistent, and safe, rooted in mutual growth, respect, and authenticity. It's supportive of your healing. It's peaceful, not performance. Love doesn't cause panic attacks. Love doesn't cause obsessive behavior. Love doesn't keep you guessing. And above all, you're not in this emotional roller coaster. It's a trauma loop. Your soulmate would never do this to you because they are going to care about you and want the best for you. So, as you can see, with these two types of definitions, I know that these are just very kind of general definitions of what a soulmate and what a trauma bond is. But here you can really quickly identify where you are in all of this and what's going on. And I really urge you to kind of understand, if you are the one that you've identified that you're in a trauma bond, let's talk about how you can break it. The first things first is you need to go no contact or low contact, or remove yourself as much as possible. Do not expend your energy, your time, explanations, none of this. Like, you need to kind of remove yourself fully, or as much as you can. Educate yourself about emotional abuse and what emotional trauma is, because knowledge is key here, because you're going to know what is happening, what has happened, and what will happen. Work with a trauma-informed coach or therapist, someone who understands what trauma is and understands the cycles that you are in. I also would suggest to journal. This is a conversation with yourself. This is about exploring your emotions and your thoughts around this topic. I also got the journal club. So if you're interested in joining, please see the description box below. And also another thing is you need to reparent your inner child. Again, this is something that I talked about on the live stream. Please check it out here. This is about safety, okay, creating safety and about creating and regulating your emotions. You need to stop chasing passion disguised as pain. And that's the whole point of this. So, my friends, if any of this has resonated with you and perhaps maybe you'd like a little bit more help or you want to talk to someone about it, please know that I do offer one-to-one consultations. Please see the description box below for more details. I also got a journal club and I also go live on this channel as well once a week. So if you're interested in joining, all the details are in the description box. If you have liked this video, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.